Hello curlies, it's Mary and welcome back to the Curly Closet. So today's video is going to be on this afro style with the flat twisted front, as you can see, and it's going to be featuring Revlon Realistic products. So I started off by shampooing and conditioning my hair with the Revlon Realistic Black Seed Oil Shampoo and Conditioner. I'm going to leave a link in the top right so that you can find out what I think about those products. But for this styling section, I am starting off with the Buttercream Leave-In Conditioner. I think out of all of the styling products from this brand, this is my favorite product. This leave-in has a lovely amount of slip to it. It goes onto the hair really beautifully, and you can just feel after you've done that shampoo and conditioning process just how much it really sinks into the hair and just really gives a lovely amount of moisture. So as you can see, I apply it all over my hair and then I try to apply it in sections using a twisting motion to just make sure that it's really distributed well throughout my hair. So for the next bit, you're going to need 2 clips, don't drop them on the floor like me, and also a comb. I'm just sectioning off the front 2/4 of my hair. Pretty simple stuff, just tying them up and putting them out of the way, because that's going to be the section that's going to get styled at the front, but what I want to do is do more of a wash and go type style at the back. Now if you've been watching my videos for a while, then the next bit is going to be quite self-explanatory. This is the same thing I always do on wash day, which is I apply leave-in conditioner and then I do some finger detangling, and then I go in with my wide tooth comb and start to detangle from the ends going up to the roots. Pretty standard stuff. I'm going to leave a link in the top right so you can see my full wash day routine properly in full detail. So after I've done that, I am going to move on to using the Revlon Realistic Black Seed Oil Curling Custard. You can see it's quite a thick texture, well, thick enough to go into your hair and really coat the hair, but obviously it has a bit of runniness to it because it almost fell on the floor. Thankfully I avoided a disaster right there. So I start by just applying it to the ends and going up to my roots, and then you can see I'm using a raking motion with my fingers just to work this through the hair. Now this is a method that I use if I want to give my hair some definition but also leave my hair with maximum volume. So you can see the results here. It's just giving some definition to the ends of my hair. You can see my curls are defined, but they're not ultra defined, so this is going to give me quite a large afro style, a fairly defined afro. It's not going to be very tight coils. You're going to see the results at the end. And in this section you can see that the effect on slightly different bits of my hair is different because my texture is different in different places. But essentially when the whole of the back is done, this is what it looks like. And I'm just going to be putting 2 hairbands in just to keep my hair stretched. I just wanted to keep my hair stretched out a little bit while I'm styling the front. So I started off by just adding a little bit more leave-in conditioner and then combing through the front. I need this to be detangled for this section. And then I'm creating a clean center parting. It's important to get this center parting right because it's going to be showing at the front. And then I just create another part at the front going down from the middle of my head towards my ears. And then I'm going to grab my favorite edge control. Of course, this is the Revlon Realistic Black Seed Oil Edge Control. It has great hold, I must say. And I've tried a couple of edge controls. This one is very, very good, especially for defining parts like this. So I'm just making sure to apply this to the roots of my hair, and then I am going to use a little bit of twisting pudding and add to the ends of my hair because I just want my ends to be lovely and moisturized. And then I am going to be flat twisting my hair. I am flat twisting going forwards. Now I do have a tutorial on flat twisting both forwards and backwards, or to the left and to the right. You can check out the video in the top right. I'm going to leave a link there. But essentially you just want to make sure that this is as neat as possible because it's going to be the very front of your head. And then I just add a tiny bit more of the twisting pudding at the very ends, and then just create a bit of a twirl. It doesn't matter too much about the ends because it's going to be tucked away in the end anyway. But essentially this is what it looks like with the front 2 pieces done. And then the remaining section of hair, I'm actually going to create a diagonal part going from the middle of my head, and that's going to create essentially 2 triangles as I'm showing you right here. So I'm adding a bit more twisting pudding to the ends, and then I'm adding some more edge control to the roots, just making sure that that's worked in really nicely. And then what I'm doing is I am taking the twist from the opposite side of my head, I'm just twisting it so it's nice and tight, but not too tight, and then I am putting it across my head, and then I am flat twisting it into this triangular section. I don't know if I've explained that very well, but I'm going to be showing you that again in a second so that you can see how it works. But basically this is going to be creating the crossover in the middle of my head. So here we go, I'm showing it to you again. So adding some edge control, making sure that that's worked in nicely. Then I go to the flat twist on the right hand side of my head, and I'm just turning it in the same direction that it's twisted, and then very gently pulling it across my head. You can see now it's creating a crisscross or an X in the middle, and then I am flat twisting my hair going backwards, and that is essentially I guess you can say the trickiest part of the style, but it looks trickier than it really is. It's not that hard at all. And I actually really like the crossover bit in the middle. You're going to see later on how I sort of decorate it. The last 2 triangular sections, I am just flat twisting those going backwards, as you can see here. And then for the next bit, you can decide what you want to do. So you can actually leave the front pieces flat twisted if that's what you would like to do at the ends. I think that if you wanted to add some beads at the end, it would make a gorgeous style as well. Just giving you a bit of a slow-mo so you can see how the final style looks. But I've actually added some very tiny bands to the back sections of the hair, because I wanted to leave them out and just kind of join them in with my wash and go / afro at the back. So there are multiple options with this style. You can choose what you want to do, but I decided to just tie it all up together, and then I've got my Revlon realistic scarf which I'm just going to use to tie my hair down and just to flatten the style at the front. So skipping forward a couple of days I am using the Black Seed Oil Caro Vibe just to refresh my hair a bit. You can use this just as an alternative to using water to refresh your hair, and it has more strengthening properties. And this is how my hairstyle has held up over, I would say, a 2 to 3 day period, where I've just kept it tied up underneath a scarf. And then I'm just showing you here how I decorate the style a little bit more. Again, it's up to you how you want to decorate the style. You can add multiple beads or gold cuffs if you like. I just decided to just go for one single gold cuff just because I like how it looks. So I've put that in the center at the crossover point where the 2 flat twists cross over. And essentially this is the style completed. I like this style because it's great for summertime. Sometimes I like to have my hair out and I like the fullness, but I don't always want the fullness to come right over my forehead. So this just gives my face a little bit more space to breathe, but still allows my hair to essentially be free at the front. And it's also great because you can just have that creativity of adding whatever kind of decoration you would like to. And yeah, I just really love the flat twist. I love flat twisting anyway. So essentially this is the style complete. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to check out the Revlon realistic products, then you can check the description box below the video. If you like this video, then share it with a friend, give it a thumbs up, You can also hit the red subscribe button for more videos like this one, and I'll see you again soon on the Curly Closet. Take care.